EDU TV with 1 million eyeballs across the globe.
Connecting schools, universities, industries, and corporate houses.
सीखने की चाह है, सीख मेरी राह है, सीखने की चाह में सीख मेरी माँ है। कल को बदलने की आग है, धड़क रही संकटों की आह में मुश्किलों की वाह है। लक्ष्य को साधने गांडीव तैयार है, मुश्किलों की आंख में मेहनत का बाण है। से मैं सीख लूं, शिष्य ऐसा बन सकूं, द्रोण मस्तक पर गर्व मुकुट रख सकूं। भविष्य को संवारने प्रयास की कमी नहीं, पहाड़ को तराशने श्वास ये थमी नहीं। ज्ञान कुंड अग्नि में कमियों को स्वाहा करूं, उभरने की राह में कुंदन की चाह है, उभरने की राह में सीखने की चाह है, सीखने की चाह है। लक्ष्य को साधने गांडीव तैयार है, मुश्किलों की आंख में मेहनत का बाण है।
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and valued viewers, welcome to the Vice Chancellors and the Dynamic Principals on EDU TV. I am your host, Pramod Thakurta. Today, we are set to embark on a journey of insights and inspiration with our distinguished panel of education leaders. Dr. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, Pro Vice Chancellor of Vijay Bhumi University, Karzat, Mumbai, Dr. Pramod Mahajan, Director, Principal of Sharjah Indian School, Sharjah, and Dr. Nisha Sharma, Principal of GBN Senior Secondary School, Faridabad. Each one of them brings a wealth of experience and vision that profoundly influences the future of education. Without further delay, let's dive into the wisdom and dynamism they bring to the table. Ladies first, I would request Dr. Nisha Sharma, Principal, GBN School Faridabad, to start the conversation on transition from schools to universities. Over to you, Nisha ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pranav sir. It's a pleasure that such an important topic you have given us today, because, if you are able to bridge this gap, which happens between school education and higher education, so definitely it will be a very smooth sail for our students, and which is the very purpose that we are together on this platform, because we might be from diverse backgrounds, maybe like if you say education sector, but basically we are all educators and our goal is only one. That is to give the best to each and every student as per the capability and the strengths that particular student is having. So I'm really thankful to EDU TV for giving this platform so that we can deliberate on such an important topic and bridging that gap and bringing the world closer. That's what EDU TV does. As we can see that we have people sitting from like Mumbai, then Dubai, the Sharjah, and then Faridabad. So world is coming closer, and definitely so are the opportunities. So my first question would be to Dr. Ashwini. So, sir, as students come to you, so what is the major thing that you feel is missing, right, in the students as they join higher education? So that once we know that this is where the students are lagging behind, so we can help that transition, to make it smoother. So first the root problem, and then we'll treat it. Why not?
Yeah,
so
very right question being raised, especially when they are basically moving from school education to college education.
Right.
And the basic thing which we find basically, once they are in the school, they have a different feelings. Once they come to college, the total atmosphere is totally different. And we feel generally that, sometimes mixing up with the students with different, because in school they are limited to geographical boundary of the city only. But once they come to a university or a college, then the boundaries get extended to country or maybe to foreign countries also. So
Yeah.
I think mixing up with among the students, and secondly, sometimes the teamwork which is basically lacking. Of course, there is a communication gap in terms of communication skills, but then the second part which we feel generally is the teamwork, because there they have to study themselves, they have to prepare themselves, because in colleges only the teacher come and they deliver the lecture, not like the schools where you are being taught each and everything. Here you have to basically, you are being referred some topics. Finally, you have to drive those topics. So I think this is what basically missing. But in the time to come, the way NEP 2020 coming up, or the way it is being implemented in the country, I'm sure this gap will go away now, because now there will be a skilling upgradation from the class 10th itself, maybe from class 6th also.
Yeah.
And the basic advantage which we are drawing in the NEP 2020, that is you can go for any subject and you can go for credit transfer for any subject.
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Ashwini. It was very well replied. And yes, we are also considering NEP as a tool to transform the education scenario, because we have already graduated from what, our older system, was existing, which was really, which needed a overhauling. And I think NEP has done its bit, and think tanks have really worked very well. And we can see the winds of change. My next question is to Dr. Pramod now. So since you are there handling, school and industry, so what is your take on this, that how, as an educator, we can help our students have this transition very, very smooth, so that once they go to, the pedestal of colleges, so they think that, yes, this is the right move they have taken. Because at times what happens, I've seen many students who graduate in maybe engineering, and post that they are becoming musicians. So I think they have wasted these many years. Had it been during the school days only, so he would have been rightly placed. So over to Dr. Pramod.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, namaste, namaskaram, salam alaikum. Yes, it's a nice question. Now the question arises, when a child is graduating from the school, after the schooling, what is their expectation from the universities? That is one thing. Second thing, the recommendation of NEP. Third thing, need and requirement of the corporates. Fourth thing, expectation of the society and the parents. So within all those expectation and the requirement, the students are confused. They're merely confused. Now you have cited one example that after doing engineering, they become a musician. So nothing wrong in that also. Becoming musician is great, and all those things. My only worry is, nowadays, there is a gap between the schooling as well as the universities. Now, the gap is created by whom? Number one, the schooling, their curriculum mapping, curriculum modification is as per certain directives. Universities, they are going ahead as per another directives, taking care of their infra, taking care of the appellations from UGCs or this one, or whatever be the need and requirement of the corporate. Because of that, that gap is there. But no one is thinking about the child who wanted to be a future fit aspect. The child should be futuristic. After completing the school, after completing the schooling, when the child is going to the universities, maybe such type of courses or such type of curriculum should be given to them, that the child will understand that at what point the student is good, what is his ambition, what is his capabilities, what is his competencies, and then where he wanted to go. Now, first year itself, if we give the different sides, say, okay, this is mean for engineering, this is mean for medicine, this is mean for art, this is mean for liberal art, this is mean for... So there will be a confusion. Why don't we design such type of course in which, taking into consideration the need and requirement of the corporate, of the society, and the futuristic aspect? In future, what will be there? We have to actually think about those technologies which are yet to be invented. We have to think about those questions which are yet to be answered. We have to think about those emerging trends which are yet to be established. We have to think about those opportunities of market fit, service fit, which yet to be established. Now, whatever be the jobs, whatever be the branches which are hot today, after 5 years, they will not be there in the existence. Now, who was thinking 5 years before about the cyber security and all? Who was thinking about 10 years before about the driverless cars and flying cars? No one was thinking. And then in the automobile, they were graduated, and now the task is already new. 10 years before, we were thinking about the languages of the computing, and now it is single click. There is no role of any computer language. People are going for Python, people are going for this, people are going for that. So now the question arises, the course should be in such a manner that the child should be futuristic, should be ready to face challenge in future, should be ready to customize whatever he has learned to apply in the unknown situations. So if we are ready for that, if the universities are ready for that, then there will not be any gap. Now, at the same time, in the schooling process also, why don't we give that liberties? Now, NEP started thinking about that. Why don't we give that liberties that 9 to 12th curriculum is also in such a manner that there is no door closed after 12th. They can go for PCM, they can go for CBZ, they can go for physics with economics, they can go for accountancy with chemistry, they can go for bio with mathematics and zoology, or maybe accounting, or maybe business studies, or maybe anything. So when we create that sort of revaluation, things will improve. But what we are doing, 9th to 12th, we are closing so many doors. And after passing the 12th, universities are also telling, see, only this thing is available or that thing is available. Because of that, that gap is created. And now another thing is, due to the demand of the corporate sector, due to the demand of the future fit entrepreneur, things are completely changing. Now made in India, India made, new startup. People have competencies, people have skilled. Now they will say, okay, this is the skill-oriented course, this is skill-oriented diploma, this is skill-oriented degree. But the skills are also changing. There was a time when the driving is the most important skill, now driverless cars. There was a time when the mechanical was leading. Now in that, computer designing and all has emerged in that. There was a time when we were thinking about to learn the machine, but now the time has come, we are learning via machine. There was a time when we are understanding the technology. Now the future is embrace the technology. Future is embrace the machine. The future is embrace the technology without becoming techno-addict. The future is embrace the machine without becoming machine. The future is be empathetic. The future is your AQ should be high. IQ, no one is taking care, because IQ can be changed, IQ can be managed, IQ can be enhanced. So my point is that gap is widening up because of certain this thing. So now, not only the schooling, but yes, the college education, the universities, the professional courses, they should design their curriculum, they should map their curriculum in such a manner that the child should be futuristic, future fit. Are we doing something in that field? And is Vijay Bhumi University is coming up with that aspect to make the student who is graduated from their university will be a future fit and will be ready for the job, will be ready to be an entrepreneur, will be ready to start new startup, will be ready to excel the world and accept the challenges.
Thank you, Dr. Pramod. It was a very, very dynamic point of view, I would say. I must appreciate. So your school must be doing a very, very good job. So before I, give this opportunity to Dr. Ashwini, so I would like to ask you, sir, so what have you done in your school to ensure all, that what viewpoints are implemented? Because I would like to benefit my school as well. This is collaborative learning. So are you doing something, sir? My question is still to Dr. Pramod. So what
Yeah,
changes for your school, sir?
See, we are doing a lot in that field. We have
Yes.
adapted the experiential learning. Beyond that, explorative learning. We are giving entrepreneurship as a subject. We are giving various different combination, but yet still we are bounded with the boundaries of the curriculum. Still we
Yes.
are bounded with, because ultimately it's a certification. We are CBSE affiliated school, so we cannot go beyond that. Now, see, recently they have introduced the concept. NEP has given the suggestion of National Credit Framework.
Yes,
Now,
NCF.
National Credit Framework is a very good concept, but
Yes.
are the universities are ready to accept that thing? Are the university has created the platform for the admissions to variety of certification and the graduation and the diplomas based on the credit given in 11th and 12th. If that is not there, then giving the credits in 11th and 12th, will it be feasible in future? That's another question mark. We are talking about bagless days. We are talking about future fit aspects. We are talking about master of all and specialization in one, but still engineering, medicine is it's fixed. It's fixed. Even a dentist, he will be selecting the subjects from the MBBS first year itself. Liberal sciences also, there are certain restrictions. If I wanted to know, I wanted to learn dancing, music with data security, with the data science, is that thing available? So when we are telling data science, means it's one direction only. And the actual question arises, within the child, there is a spark. And when that spark will ignite it, it's a big question mark. It's a big question mark. So let's the door
So much,
keep
Dr.
open. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pramod. Really, quite brainstorming we have done. And now it's over to Dr. Ashwini to further tell us that is your university kind of ready, future ready? And what all are you doing to ensure that when students leave your premises, so they are actually fit for taking any profession? Over to you, Dr. Ashwini.
Yeah, basically NEP 2020 came in 20. But let me tell you that in Vijayabhumi University, we started the concept of, choosing the subject at the entry level. We started somewhere in 2019. And I think if you go through the website and if you go through the details, you will find that a data science student can also go through the music course. There is a credit transfer. There is a credit being given for the music, which will be carried forward to his degree, award or degree. Of course, there are some limitations. Some number of credits he has to do from the prime subject, that is the main subject. But we have been doing same thing, even, for transfer of the students, the credit transfer, that is the ACB, we have been basically accumulating their credits and they are being transferred in case they want to migrate to some other university. As far as the skill sets are concerned, definitely we have been concentrating, not only we, I think almost all universities in India nowadays, just because of NEP 2020 also, and looking to the competition in the market, because we all know that now this is the time where you have to showcase your skills rather than basic knowledge of the subject. It is more important because now it is a outcome-based education where basically you have to measure the outcome. And that's the reason when I was there in the committee with CBSE, we have started, drone course where we are basically trying to start drone course, maybe a certificate course, then the diploma, maybe diploma in drone technology, where this will be awarded to students going through 9, 10th, 11th, 12th. And once they will accumulate the credit, they will be given benefit while they are being awarded degrees also. So now that's going on. Secondly, we have already adopted, or rather we have been doing the same thing, where the student can take it off for a year or so and can again join us. Basic purpose is to ensure that he or she must have an interest in the subject. For example, I have taken a data science, or let's say I have taken a computer science, or let's say I have taken a law. Now, after 1 year, I find, because in the past when we were in the school, I remember very well, we were told to become engineer, doctor, or something like CA. And that's the reason we chose physics, maths, and maybe bio or maybe commerce. Now things have changed. It is basically, a student-centric education system, where there is the freedom to the student to select any subject, make his or her career, and basically drive the subject course curriculum like that. Even now, time is changing. Where in the university we are working out where student can pick any subject, can make combination of the subject, can choose his own degree, and can even go for the further higher studies in the same. Not only this, even we have been promoting very much on innovation and startup. That is a major emphasis because in the times to come, the way, especially in India, a country like India, where we have been emphasizing on job given, we have been trying that we must make students more entrepreneur, make them to start some their activities. And that's the reason you can see there is a drive in the country as a whole where we have been growing up in terms of startup. So I think definitely systems are changing, not only in my university, even other universities also, but it will take time because the mindset change is the biggest challenge. Because parents still think if my son is going for a engineering course, why he should learn music, or why he should learn dancing, or why he should learn something else. So that mindset has to go away from both the parents, teachers, as well as the policymakers.
Thank you, Dr. Ashwini. It was really nice to hear that you are doing your bit to make them, having that liberal arts kind of choices, and you're making them future ready because as per that survey of World Economic Forum also, so they have already said that 65% of the professions which are known now, they will be obsolete. When by the time the children who are in school, they will not be able to know, okay, these, professions ever existed. So they need to have skills. So as I was, mentioning one student coming to.
Let me tell you this, sorry for disturbance.
Yeah.
I think, see, this is a time where even, teachers or maybe the politicians or the bureaucrats or those who are in the academic sector, they have to work on very simple fundamental that you have to develop a skill, you have to upskill and then reskill. Because that's the time it is changing, that the way technologies are changing.
Yes, rightly said, sir, that this is the time of skills. So to stay afloat, we must have, as per WEF, they say that we should have 35 skills at least. So, child will accumulate all these skills throughout the years. See, if you see education system in foreign universities, if you talk about even Switzerland, so right from class 6, they have that vocational education. So why not? Child will develop that interest and slowly and steadily become a master of it. And when we are offering them a buffet of subjects, so for sure, the student is able to find out which is my favorite one. And of course, whatever is your favorite, that becomes your passion. If your passion is your profession, you're successful. But here I would like to say one thing, that there has to be a bridge. So as students go to colleges, so we should have a tie-up wherein it shouldn't be one fine day that a career counseling is happening from any ABC university, maybe Veerbhumi or wherever. But the thing is, it should be throughout the year, that we should tell children that these are the things, these are the opportunities, because parental mindset normally is such that you have to be either a doctor or an engineer, which is actually pulling us back. As Dr. Pramod was saying, that previously we used to learn about machines, and now machines are teaching us, right? I remember when I was doing my PhD at that time, I used to work on Fortran. Now, who knows about Fortran? Nobody, because all these things, they are becoming obsolete every 6 months. So we need to give them skills which will last forever. And there also, it is dynamically evolving every day. So it's very, very important, and rightly said, that we need to make them industry fit, and they should be entrepreneurs. They should not only look for employment, but they should create jobs. So as I would like to share here that, in our school, as Dr. Pramod was also saying, that bagless days we're talking about. So, sir, we are giving bagless days to our students, and they are interning. This year, my 9 to 12, they have all done their summer internship. And I'm thankful to EDU TV. I would like to take this platform to thank EDU TV that they also helped us, take our children for different internships. So it was a pleasure. So we are actually following those because, it's not about nobody is doing it. So every bit counts. So if we start, whether it is small, but that small step is it makes a big difference in your success, in the success of student fraternity, and in the success of education sector. And then only it will be a meaningful course if we are following all those, points which we are learning right now, also collaborating. It's very, very important. So Dr. Pramod, over to you. If you have any question for Dr. Ashwini, so please raise that.
Yeah. So the point is that credit score, will it be internal for your university only, or it will be accepted? Even suppose if I wanted to, suppose a student wanted to shift from your university to any other university, maybe in Pune, or maybe in Delhi, or maybe in UAE, or maybe in UK. So whether that score, that credit can be transferable, and whether there is some equivalency type of system. Yes, we have done 1 year here and now you are doing that thing. It is possible. Now, there are other things going on, which is, collaboration. You complete 2 years here and you complete 1 year in somewhere in UK or somewhere in US, and then they will give the certification of that one. And when they go for the job hunting, that has not been considered as a full-fledged course. Here in UAE, there are 2-3 cases happened like that. Oh. And they have considered that thing. They have considered that thing as a satellite campus. And when the satellite campus is there, means your equivalency of your course is a threat, is a big question mark. So what are the steps were taken in that field? Because now every university is under the state government rules. Some rules are there, some act is there, state act. Whether all those state acts are in line to be equivalent as per whatever be the authority is there at the central level, maybe UGC, maybe Education Ministry, and then worldwide. Because one university is doing collaboration with another universities, that is fine. But if other person is going there, will it be taken into consideration? That's the question.
Very well asked.
Because in schooling, it is not yet established.
So let me tell you, see what has happened is, in Maharashtra, the government of Maharashtra has basically come out with a single act. Initially, all the universities were having different act. But now this time, I think almost 6 months before, they have taken up a very good initiative saying that all universities within the state will have same act. So that, credit transfer becomes very comfortable. See, the biggest challenge is that, of course, you said, as you said, that is correct, that internal credit transfer within the university is possible, because that is the control of the same administration. But when it is to be transferred to some other university, let's say a student who is studying in Vijayabhumi University in Karjar wants to move to Pune, let's say. Now there are big challenges in that. One first challenge is that what will happen is those they will take the admission somewhere, then finally will try to move to a better university to get a degree from that university. So that will lead to a problem of, existence. To take care of that, I had a discussion with the Secretary of Higher Education in Government of Maharashtra also. They are coming out with a policy where they will evaluate the credits of each and every student within the state also, which means it will be just like a GRE of score, where once you pass that, it means whatever you have done in your school, college or university course, that is part with other universities also. Now, secondly, as far as the credit transfer is concerned, as per the policy, it is being allowed. Even it is happening with many foreign universities besides collaborations. In the recent past, I have seen that 5-6 students from USA, they got transferred to, their credit got transferred to IIT and even some other NITs also. They have been given admission in IIT and NIT based on the credit they have earned in USA, because they want to come back to India. So that is being implemented. Definitely we are finding and facing problem once you have to transfer from A category to B category or from C category to A category. So that we are working out on that, but definitely within within a year or so, that will become a standard rule where a student will be able to move anywhere depending upon the choice, because now the education system has changed. It has become more student-centric rather than teacher-centric or college-centric. There's a basic difference which has emerged out during last 2-3 years after the rollout of the NEP 2020.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ashwini. It was very well said. And I think now that ray of hope is there. Yes, even Dr. Pramod would agree with that, it has already started. So where there is a will, there is a way. So we are, bound by the time. Otherwise, this discussion can go on. Yes, Pranav, sir. So I think we need to culminate, and I would take a moment to thank both our worthy speakers, Dr. Ashwini as well as Dr. Pramod. I would say that it was a pleasure interacting with you, and we should often meet because definitely it opens our mind. Mind is like a parachute. If it is not open, it's of no use. So thank you so much. And thank you once again, Mr. Pranav, EDU TV, for bringing these educators together, very worthy ones. And for sure, they are going to make a difference. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
EDU TV with 1 million eyeballs across the globe.
Connecting schools, universities, industries, and corporate houses.